Have you ever looked into a painting and felt like it was trying to tell you something? Something deep, painful, and yet hauntingly beautiful? What secrets lie hidden in the art of Frida Kahlo? Why do her paintings still grip us, decades after her death? And who was the woman behind those piercing eyes and surreal self-portraits? Today we dive deep into the enigma of Frida Kahlo. What do her paintings reveal? Frida Kahlo was more than just an artist. She was a symbol of pain, passion, politics, and defiance. Born in 1907 in Mexico City, Frida's life was destined to be anything but ordinary. At the age of 6, she contracted polio, which left her with a limp. But that was just the beginning of her battles. At 18, Frida was in a tragic bus accident that shattered her body. A metal handrail impaled her pelvis, her spine, collarbone, ribs, and leg were broken. Doctors doubted she would survive. She endured more than 30 surgeries throughout her life. And yet, she painted. In fact, it was during her long recovery that she first picked up a brush. Confined to bed, she painted with a mirror above her. And what did she paint? Herself. Frida once said, "I paint myself because I am so often alone, and because I am the subject I know best." But her self-portraits were never simple. They were vivid, surreal, filled with symbols that told stories words could not. Let's take one of her most famous works, the Two Fridas, painted in 1939. Two women sit side by side, both Frida, yet both different. One wears a traditional Tehuana dress, representing her Mexican heritage. The other wears a European-style dress, a nod to her mixed ancestry and fractured identity. Their hearts are exposed, one whole, the other broken and bleeding. Is this about her divorce from Diego Rivera, the love of her life and her greatest sorrow? Diego Rivera, the towering Mexican muralist, was more than just Frida's husband. He was her obsession. Their marriage was passionate, turbulent, full of betrayals. He cheated, she did too, but they kept coming back to each other. Frida channeled all this into her art. She did not paint to please, she painted to bleed. In Henry Ford Hospital, she lies naked on a hospital bed, crying, bleeding after a miscarriage. Around her float objects, a fetus, a pelvis, a snail, a machine, each one a symbol of pain, womanhood, and her shattered dream of becoming a mother. Few artists have ever dared to paint their trauma with such raw honesty. But Frida wasn't just about suffering, she was fierce, political, and proudly Mexican. She wore traditional dresses not just for aesthetics but as a political statement. She celebrated indigenous culture. She was a communist, hosting exiled revolutionaries like Leon Trotsky in her home. And through it all, she kept painting, despite the pain, despite the surgeries, despite being bedridden in her final years. In the broken column, Frida shows herself naked, her spine replaced with a shattered column, nails pierce her body, tears fall from her eyes. She is broken, and yet she stands. You know, what makes Frida Kahlo's painting so powerful is not just the technique, it's the truth. She did not paint what others wanted to see, she painted her truth. Raw, messy, vulnerable, angry, passionate. Frida died in 1954. She was only 47. Her final diary entry read, "I hope the exit is joyful, and I hope never to return." But she never truly left. Today, her face is everywhere. On shirts, posters, murals. Her house, the Blue House in Coyoacán, is now a museum. Millions visit every year. Her paintings sell for millions. Yet, as popular as she is, the mystery remains. What do her paintings truly reveal? A woman destroyed and rebuilt? A symbol of Mexico? A revolutionary? A soul searching for peace? Perhaps the answer is not one thing. Perhaps Frida Kahlo is all these things and more, and that is her enigma. You've been watching Old Topic. If this story stirred something in you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because history isn't always about kings and wars. Sometimes it's about a woman with a brush, who turned her pain into art that echoes across time.